Ladies and gentlemen, I salute you all in the name of the Almighty. Daniel Wallisim is my name, the legitimate FUFA president. I would like to welcome you to our episode 12 of the Football in Captivity series. I hope you will still find it so interesting, enlightening, and educative. I also hope that you will still share this information with your networks. As promised in our previous episode, today's episode is about the role of super division clubs in the continued persistence of these illegalities, where Scoreline Investments Ltd, formerly trading as FUFA Limited, continues to hold out as FUFA the National Association. It is, I don't know even where to start from, but it is really so sad that super division clubs are the forefront of promoting these illegalities. Super division clubs are the forefront of promoting these illegalities. Super division clubs mwabakulembedde okupromotinga illegalities zino ezigenda mu maaso era n'okwongera okufera bannayuganda n'omupiira gwaffe okusaanawo mwabakulembedde. I don't know how to describe somebody who doesn't have a character, principle, and who is so selfish. I don't know how you describe somebody in one word who has those three, because these clubs, that is what exactly they have. And our football game has deteriorated to its lowest ever because of them. You know, when you look at this constitution, super division clubs have 100% representation in the General Assembly, which is even something that is odd, because what they call representation, you don't need 100% of one association to be direct, as in all the 100 as in representing the association. Then that means the association shouldn't even be there. For representation, it would be just a portion. But nevertheless, let's go back to the other side, to the point. You know, I don't know even how to describe them, like I said. I don't know. But it's really so sad. For example, right now as we speak, it is in black and white. Scoreline Investments Ltd, former trading as FUFA Limited, was outlawed. And it was communicated to these so-called football clubs. There was a court order barring the recognition of FUFA Limited by then to hold out as FUFA the National Association. These things were in black and white, and every club was communicated to. Guess what? They continue playing football. They continue playing football, including even the clubs that I didn't expect to be part of. For example, you have Police FC. Now, police, you can imagine, they are the law enforcers. They come from an institution which leads in enforcement of the law. But they continued dealing with illegalities when they actually knew that they were dealing with an illegality, an outlawed entity. Instead of enforcing the law because they are the police, because of their character, a lack of principle, they continued. Look at URA. All along, we have been in this illegality, that's illegal, whatever. But the taxpayers club, even just going and just only looking at making an investigative survey just around the taxpayers, as in around the paying of tax of that FUFA Limited or Scoreline Investments Limited, you would exactly get the information, and you know the person that you're dealing with. What do they do? Still, prisons, maroons, actually in the first place, prisons, as in stepped aside. I said it was okay. But again, because of lack of character, they came back. All these clubs, KCCFC, the same. These are institutional clubs. This comes from the authorities. But even them, they continue to embrace an illegality. And now afterwards, you see their institutions going out there and enforcing the law. What is that? Principle. Other they just follow. Villa, by Muema, they stepped aside. They recruited another Villa, which did not even pass through the normal qualification procedures. Everybody could not ask. And no one, those so-called super division clubs, could even question such an act, an abomination act. It is really so sad. But when I see them going out there and postering that they are the major players in the game of football, I don't know. Character. When you have people who don't have character, trust me, the only route is disaster. The only result is disaster. As I speak right now, they are being bullied by these offenders or abusers of our game because they don't have character. They cannot make any concrete decision. For example, as we speak right now, Honorable Nakiwala Kinji is representing clubs. He does not even have a clue about the game of football. For starters, it does not belong anywhere. It doesn't have any football club that he represents. But secondly, before, when she had a club, actually, how could you even think of electing Honorable Nakiwala Kinji to represent clubs? However much even he had a club. How can you elect somebody who doesn't even have a clue about the game? That shows character. Secondly, right now, she doesn't belong anywhere. But she still represents clubs. And I hear the other time I had my brother, Engineer Moses Magogo, bluntly coming out and saying that, you know what, not until his tenure as in expires, that he can still be, by the time by the time Honorable Nakiwala Kinji lost her position in Express, her term was still on. Not until she finishes her term, as in will not be able to elect somebody in that position. And all the clubs, as in accepted that crap because they don't understand. They don't have character. And you ask themselves, don't you have how do you call it? Memorandums and articles of association? Don't you have them? What do they say? There is an extraordinary General Assembly. How does an extraordinary General Assembly come about? When maybe somebody died or something else. But Honorable Nakiwala Kinji died in football. She doesn't belong anywhere. But she goes and represents you, and you accept that crap. And I can imagine somebody is interpreting and enforcing your own memorandum and articles of association. Character. And our game continues to deteriorate to its lowest ever because of such. And I've seen so many of you as in vying for political positions, maybe members of parliament or other levels. It's all about debate too. If you cannot even debate and strongly be firm or have character over your own family where you are, what are you going to do the other side? And I hear people say, promote our football people. They will go and try to lobby, as in for the game of football. You can't, because you don't have character. If you cannot just even defend what is yours, which is written in black and white, how do you expect me to draw us how do you expect us to trust you that you can go out and you have the mantle and character to advocate for what is not even written down? Actually, it's not a right. It is really so sad that football clubs, that they are so Selfish. They don't actually, I would say, you don't even understand the game, sorry, the business that you're in. You don't understand. They tell you stop promoting illegality, you continue. You think just activities equal to production. No. Okwefuula bize nti musamba omupiira mujja kusamba emyaka egiwera n'emirala 2. But I will tell you mujja kusigala nga muli nga bwe muli. Not until nga tusazeewo tukole ebituufu. Ndi wano njogera ebintu bineena abamu era nga bw'omanyize. They will try to be, as in, they will be offended. Era bajja kufunga nti walusimba but kituufu naye at least I will sleep safe sound in my bed. Timbabuulidde ekituufu. Kiswaza. Temulina character. Ne bababuulinga nga bwe bababuulinga. Tiwalina omuntu asobola kuvaayo ne yeewozaako oba n'ayogera amazima naga nti bikyamu. To an extent how competent you are. Somebody has just come in our game just even less than a year. Nti n'omulonda nti yabeera abakulira. Kunali bonna kikola kinja ayinza kwogera ki mu mupiira. Tulina mulala ne kutevu nga ali busy agamba nti era nze kuti osobola okubizinga kintu ky'otamanyi. Amakirabu mwenna temumanyi business gye mulimu. Mulowooza okwefuula busy ne musaba omupiira nti ekyo kigenda obbafuula kati mujja kugusama but at the end of the day omupiira tegugenda kufuna matinamu temujja kufunamu. Not ate tutandikidde ku musingi omutuufu. Omuntu najja nainterpretinga memorandum articles zammwe nga abagamba nti temulina kujjako omuntu paka nga taamu yeweddeko nga yaenforcinga. The same time omuntu y'omu najja n'akoozinga a dissolution of a company. Tivira mujje nga yagiheading and everybody looks at it, it's normal. How can somebody come and cause a dissolution of a company and that person is not a member? Yeah, Mr. Moses Magogo, they have accepted Vida should dissolve. And the person also accepts to be kicked out and goes to another club in the same whatever. That one shows you in the same league. Shows you that he was kicked out unceremoniously. How does that happen? Nete mwasoma. Temuli bayivu. Kati mwenna mulaba basinga magenda besimbawo tuli ba mupiira bampira kwesimbawo abali munama club. Kati omugenda kukola kinga temusobola na ko advocating ku kyammwe kyennyini gye muva. Anyway, it is really so sad. Really so sad. Really so sad. Thirdly, selfish. Clubs are very selfish. Anything that they don't lead, you don't want to be part of it. Right now, our game is vanishing. Nga mutunula. Ekintu kyonna kye mutaliimu temwagala kyenyigiramu. As in temubanga nga siemu aba spearheadings. Saawa zineeno. Tubagamba muyimirire. Omuntu yonna alina okutandikira ku musingi mutuufu. Naye mwagaana. Kubanga muli selfish. Kubanga ekintu kye mutaliimu temwagala kukola ki. Naye at the end of the day, who do you think suffers most? You think your business is going to grow when you're behaving like amateurs? It can't. But it's so sad. But as I said, and I continue to say, you can continue promoting these illegalities the way they are. We made a conclusive decision that we are on whatever cost we are going to stand for the truth. And we are very sure that the truth and justice will prevail at the end of the day. And I don't know what you will tell me after truth has prevailed. But for now, I would want to take this opportunity to still call upon you that you have a duty to do. And it's never too late. Come out, do the right thing. Actually, last week, somebody gave me a true definition of a leader, and I would want to share it with you here. Somebody told me a leader is that person who does the right thing, not who does something right Eh? Oh, it's not a leader is somebody who does the right thing, not who does things right. And I got it. So I would want also to call upon you all to be leaders. And you can only be leaders when you do the right thing. So let us do the right thing to save our game for the greater good of our children or grandchildren to come, and also for the greater good of the game and even our business that we are in. Continue compromising yourself. Continue being the way you are. Our game is going to suffer. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to end my episode here. I hope to catch up with you next Monday on our other episode, where we shall be talking about the role of other association members in the in the in the continued existence of these illegalities. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Cheers. I remain Daniel Walusimbe. Bye bye.